This is Jane Gardner, and this is Solopreneur Success Strategies. And welcome. Today is System Saturday. Today we're going to be talking about a system to put into your business. That is email system. And we'll have a look at that as well, of course, at the moment. So welcome. I'm Jane Gardner, and if you don't know who I am, I work with my husband in our home business for the last 20 years in our home office in Western Canada. And I came out onto the internet about 3 years ago to try and help other entrepreneurs with the systems and the other things in their business. So welcome. If you haven't been here lately, we've been talking about the various systems that you can put into your business. But I also, on Solopreneur Success Strategies, I also have Mindset Monday. Tuesday, I have Get Your Message Out Tuesday, where I talk about your brand and your website and your social messaging. As well, Wednesday, I talk about you and your customer and customer service. Thursday, I talk about some of the skills and knowledge you need in order to be an entrepreneur, a solopreneur especially. And Friday is Freebie Friday, which is about free software and tools that you can use in your business. Today is Systems Saturday, where we talk about some of the systems that in your business that can help you free up your time in order for do more business, as well as, of course, have time for your family. And Sunday, we do Strategy Sunday, where we talk about your goals and vision for your business, as well as setting up your business plan for the year and how to do that. So welcome, and I'll just be starting to talk now about your System Saturday. So let's have a look at where we've been. And we haven't been there. Let's go back, to System Saturday, where we're automating and organizing your business systems. Business systems allow you the time to grow your business so you have more time to get more clients. Or, as well, you can also spend more time with your family or friends while your business works for you when you have systems in it. So we will be talking about organizing your computer and business systems, tracking your financials, automating or systematizing your marketing, automating your selling process, and communicating with your subscribers and clients. And so far, we've had a look at your computer file organization, your backup systems, your operating procedures binder, and today and last week we are talking about email systems. Today we're going to have a look at a sample email systems before we go further into detail about email systems. So an email system is an email autoresponder system where there's an automatic response when someone signs up for your email system in your opt-in box. So you can set up, say, 4 emails on one day and let them go out automatically every day or every 2 days or every week for a week by using an email autoresponder system. So this way you can be able to communicate with your clients and your prospects and give them information and training while you are doing other things in your business because it's all automatic. So I think what we're gonna do next is first I'll tell you about my offer, which is about automating your business in a week training. Basically, in a week, I give you over 6 days videos on various ways you can automate your business, and then you implement, and I give you feedback on if you have any questions, etc., as well as, of course, showing you some of the ways you can do it. So tips and tricks to automate your chores and organize your computer. We'll be showing how to set up an automated email system, how to set up an operating procedures binder quickly using templates, and also I'll be giving you information on how to secure your computer as well as your WordPress. If you happen to have a WordPress website, we can look at some of the ways you can keep them secure, as of course also doing computer backups and also WordPress backups. So besides these, we'll also be having some more information on other ways that you can put systems into your business. But this is my first 6-day training on it, and of course there's lots of other systems you can put in your business. But if you're interested, please go to jgtips.com/automation, which is AUTOMATION. So I always like to mention my offer at the beginning of the video as well as at the end, so we'll be coming back to it again and you can listen to it again. But let's go and have a look at a sample of a Aweber, which I use quite a lot, and just show you how quickly we can put together a list for email. But anyway, let me zero out my timer so I can figure out just how long does it take. So let's go and look at Aweber. Let's see what we've done. If I haven't moved it, no, we're okay. Of course, you have to sign up for Aweber and you have to become a client, etc., etc. But let's just look at it right now as one of these email autoresponder systems, and how can we quickly set one up. Well, of course, first you have to know what your end result for your email autoresponder system will be, and what would be the who would the list be for. We'll go over some of these basics in next time, but I just wanted to quickly just show you how to quickly create a list. So in Aweber, they have a thing called managing your list, and I have several lists, and you can create a list, for example. And so it's not my first list, but we will put in your company name, because on all your emails it'll be public. It's one of the requirements of email lists. And put in your company website so they know where to go and make inquiries when they're on the list. It will be displayed. And also you can put in the default address or put in a different address, and put in your sender name as well as your sender email. So far, that's the first part. Next step is, what would you like to name your list? I got a good tip from my mentor that you can put a 1 in front of, for example, a list where it's for prospects to opt into something, and a 2 would be for your customers, so that they were all nicely arranged within your email lists. And of course, you want to make sure they know what kind of list it is, so you always have the same name for it in the front in brackets, and they know who's it from. So for this one, I thought we would set one up for automation, and actually that's going to be a 2, because it's going to be one for after someone buys my automation offer. So you don't need too much on the beginning of the list name. And then because your subscribers see your description, it's always best to do a bit of more description so they know what they were signing up for when they get an email from you. So that's would be for customers of the automation offer. There we go. And of course, you can always change it later. It's not set in stone. And then you have to have confirmation messages. So we're going to use the standard one. So it just says, please confirm your request for information. And I like to use the one where I can put in my name so they know whose it's coming from. And of course, the name of the email list. Oops. And of course, you don't see much of this at the moment because I've made it small. But I just want to show you roughly how long it would take to do this. And so we approve the message and create the list. Okay, and then at the top, they, of course, show you, then the next thing you have to do is to create a sign-up form that you put into your opt-in box, wherever you're going to be putting it, on your website or on lead pages or wherever, you have to create a sign-up form where they can put their email address in and opt into your list. I have a simple one because I use lead pages. It just has the email. Excuse me. Email. There we are. That's what it kind of looks like. Your name and email, or you can just make it your email, and it's a very simple one. You save the form and go to step 2, where you name the form. So that would be automation course. And then I'm just using the basic thank you page and already subscribed page, and then save your form. Once it says your web form has been saved, you can then go on to create a message. So of course you can do a draft, but we can certainly do a legacy follow-up series since the first email is very simple. And I like to use the drag and drop email builder. It's a bit nicer than the plain text message, but it doesn't have to be so full of images, etc., and be of trouble to people who don't use HTML. But anyway, so let's get started here. We put in, of course, the subject. So if you put your name of the email list each time, they'll know who it's coming from. Welcome to the automation course. And of course, I would have something in the subject, probably a book, ebook for them to get started in. But let's just put in, it's very simple here. Let's put in I like a larger font so I can see it. I like to say hi. I like to personalize it a little. And over here on the right, you probably can't see that. Let's move that over. You can use their first name or their full name. As I usually just put in the first name. Let's go over. Oh, didn't work. Here we go. Personalize first name. Yeah, I don't think it knew where it was. So let's go back and click again. That's slowing us down. And then welcome to the automation, the 6-day course. I will be sending you emails over the week. And to your success, Jane Gardner. And of course, the Aweber, and I'm sure your email autoresponder puts in the address of the person who is sending it, because it's a requirement of the email. So once you create the email, you'll find that it looks a little bit different than this. But let's just save and exit. And it goes into drafts in Aweber. So let's go and have a look at what the sending options. We want to send it, add it to the follow-up series. So we want to send it right after they opt in. And they're going to save my settings for me. And then I'm going to have that as the first email in the automation course. So there we go. And voila. So when what I'm doing now is I'm usually putting in any course in lead pages. So I would maybe I'll go quickly to lead pages and just show you what I'm talking about. So for any of these software other than Aweber, they can have the API of Aweber, and they can actually go and, excuse me, they can, no, excuse me. Anyway, they can connect up with Aweber to lead pages, and then what happens is you can actually go in, and I'll just pick one randomly. because I don't have an automation course one yet. And you can, I'll just show you the where you go. And in the form, you can integrate it with Aweber in the main properties, and then over in the where you opt in for the put your email and your name, the form, you can actually do what is called integration settings. And so then you can integrate with the form Aweber, and then you can pick which of your lists in Aweber that you want to use. So for example, I don't think usually when they first create them, the automation doesn't show up on the list. You have to wait a few hours for it to go through the system there. But you could pick any of these lists and put it on. So, and that would be basically the last thing. So that was 9 minutes. Now, obviously, the actual process of going and setting up a lead page is going to take you another, 10 minutes maybe. But yeah, that's basically what you do with Aweber is you create a list, then you create the opt-in form, sign-up form, and then you take the code from the sign-up form, or you integrate with the other software like lead pages, and then you can just pick from the list of the menu which list you want to use, and then you just set up some messages for your members. So it's a very simple process, and once you get started, it takes even less than 10 minutes, especially if you have your messages already set up in a notepad and save them, and then you can just cut and paste them into your messages. The messages are really the longest part of any process like this. And so what will happen is anytime someone opts in to get whatever it is you want to give them, they get a thank you, of course, and then they have to confirm that they want the message, and then they go and they get an email saying welcome that I just made, and then they'll continue to get the emails that you send them depending on what you want to do. So next week we'll have a look at maybe some of the other email systems, just to see how different they are. They probably aren't that different, the ones that are the most affordable anyway. And then we'll have a look at the concept and how you can make a flow chart that will show you how easy it is to figure out what messages and how you can segment your audience. There's 2 or 3 episodes to come. So let's go and have a look again at the offer, just so that you know. Obviously, we'll be looking at an automated email system, as well as some ways to automate things on your computer, and the operation procedure binder. We're using templates, and of course some free advice on how to secure your computer and WordPress files, as well as videos that you can keep so they can refer to them and do it at any time to keep your computer safe. So that's at http://jgtips.com/automation. And actually, I'll just show you I think I've got a link to if you want to go to see the current show, it's at http:// in video, of course, //jgtips.com/s-Saturday. And you can also go to the YouTube channel at jgtips.com/YouTube and go through there on the Saturday shows, and you can look at the various things I talked about, like the operation procedures binder and the ways to organize your computer, etc. Look at some of the back episodes. So as I mentioned, did I? I did. As you can see, I have Mindset Monday, Get Your Message Out Tuesday, World Domination Wednesday, Jack or Jill of All Trades Thursday, Freebie Fridays, and Strategy Sunday as well. And you can also look at all those on the YouTube channel for the Solopreneur Success Strategies on my channel for Jane Gardner. So on next week's I think I might have a rough look at maybe GetResponse, and I am actually using one called Soho. I think I mentioned that before for email, and I can tell you why I'm using that, as well as to show you how simple it is there to use, and it also gives you other things to do. I'm not going to look at the more complex ones like Infusionsoft because I can't afford it, so I don't want to pay for it. Anyway, I'm looking at the Solopreneur and finding some of the skills and knowledge to systematize some of your business so that you can save time and money in your business, as well as, of course, spend more time on your business, getting more clients, getting more business instead of having to send out emails. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you next week with more on email systems. Thank you.